Good morning and assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to another video. We are at the glorious Whilton Mill for the opening round of the BPEC Championship. We did a couple of rounds of the Winter Series, but this is the proper British Prokart Endurance Championship. None of that 1 hour race nonsense. So we had testing on Friday and Saturday, and yeah, we're very happy with where the setup is. Things are looking very good. A lot of things did happen though during testing, so I thought I'd show off a few of the things that we got up to over the first parts of the weekend, such as getting a nice new sticker kit. The car looked absolutely wonderful. It even had our names on it. But on top of having a brand new chassis and sticker kit, we also had a brand new radio system. What are you up to, Ocean?
Fitting the radio kit.
Radio goes in from there, and two cable ties to hold it in. We've got a third one just as a fail-safe, which actually ties into a little strap. And this is a push-to-talk button, so this will go up onto the steering wheel like this, so that we can push the button to let you know, and I forget the rest of the song lyrics. The thing is, it's down here, I can actually press it even when you're going around corners, but it's up here. Well, I probably can, but it'll be good. So Ocean's going to have a feel of where he wants, or where we want, our push-to-talk button to go. So we're currently debating on the lower strap or top strap. We both think at the moment lower strap will feel better because we have our hands nice and low down, which means Dante Dillon will not be allowed to drive this go-kart.
I like that.
Yeah?
Let's go!
Having figured out where to place it, it was now time to practice plugging and unplugging this really stiff cable. Take it out, like that, and then when I get into the car, I have this with one hand already, and then just here, and then in the foot I think we need to practice with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But with all of that said, it is race day and qualifying as well. As I mentioned before, the kart just feels absolutely spot on. I've never felt so confident coming into a BPEC round, which means, you know what they say, pride often comes before the fall. So it's going to be really important to get our heads down, just try to do the best that we can. I think strategy is going to be very, very big today. But so what we have to do now, because it is Sunday morning, is we need to weigh ourselves, weigh the karts as well, make sure that we are on point for weight. And that's really it. Just lube up the chains, all of that stuff. Just do a quick spanner check to make sure that the kart is in full working order. And then once we've got all of that done, we will be ready for qualifying. Maybe figure out a little bit of strategy as well. But then yeah, we're heading to the circuit and we will see how qualifying goes. I should also mention that this weekend it's been very sunny and very hot, particularly yesterday, and I think that we've been struggling a little bit with the high temperatures. Today though, it's sunny, but it's got a proper spring crisp morning about it, and I think the lower temperatures might actually help us slightly, and it means we don't have to try to figure something out on the day of how to sort out the too high temperatures. So hopefully that's good news for us and it doesn't get too much warmer than it already is, and just, you know, gradually warms up. I started off qualifying nice and slow, and as I got the tyres up to temperature, I was staying well away from the curb of doom. But as I started going for some push laps, I also started pushing the curb. So qualifying done, and we are P5, so we've got the good side of the grid going into turn 1, I think, which is the outside because that becomes the inside. So yeah, just need to stick with the front pack and try to build a good gap. From 5th, I had the inside going into turn 1 and I was able to get a good start and ended up in 4th out of the opening corner. The pace felt really good on the opening lap and I was all over the back of 3rd, who even defended going into Ashby hairpin. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, after a few laps my relative pace began to drop off and I started falling into the clutches of the drivers behind. So, first stint is over and that was just absolutely crazy. Started 5th, 4th out of turn 1, got to 3rd at one point and then just trying to stick with the leading 2. I just didn't quite have the pace. There was something a little bit off with the setup and couldn't quite get the drive coming out of low speed corners. So yeah, as a result, because just didn't have that drive out of the low speed corners, I couldn't really stick with the leaders on the straights. I was a bit too far back, so I wasn't getting as much slipstream as they were. And it was just slowly falling back, and then I'd close back in when they'd start squabbling. And then we were like a 7-car train and I was at the back. And it's really frustrating. Like, the pace was great, but again, it's that literally just 1/10 a lap that I needed to find, and it's all the same thing. It was just coming out the low end corners. But yeah, Ocean's out on circuit now, so pitted from P7. I think we're still about P7, and see how it goes. So there was a full course yellow about half an hour ago, just after I pitted. So it meant that a few teams got to jump ahead, not many, just 1 or 2, and we lost a little bit of time as a result, but we're still in a really good position. 3rd in class at the moment, actually 4th in class, but we are starting to close into 3rd in class. And as I say that, a couple of minutes ago, the number 10 actually got a penalty as well. So that means that we're going to jump up to 3rd, possibly 2nd, so yeah, not too bad. So Ocean's stint has finished. He dragged us back up to 6th or 7th from, I think we were down in 8th at one point. Will's out, and just after Will went out, about 15 minutes later, there was another full course yellow, and so we pitted, and we've gained a huge amount of time. So we've gone from 2nd in class to the leading class, which is incredibly fortunate, but we'll take a stroke of good luck and just hope that no mechanicals, no issues, and we can bring it back home to win the first round of the season. There is just under an hour remaining in the race. We've just hit the 1 hour mark, or 5 hour mark, and we are in P6, and we're less than 5 seconds behind P5 as well. So Ocean's done a fantastic job with doing the whole strategy under the full course yellow, and that has been huge because we're nearly a lap ahead of 2nd in class. So yeah, we just need to hope that nothing breaks, and we've got top 6 pretty much in the bag. Maybe we can get a top 5 as well. Again, there's less than 5 seconds with an hour to go, so definitely a fair bit to play for. So there are less than 10 minutes left in the race, and we are currently in 6th place. We are 11.5 seconds behind 5th and 22 seconds ahead of 7th, so literally could just coast home from here, and just have to hope that nothing breaks on the go-kart. And yeah, good start to the season. So yeah, let's see if we can make the final 9 minutes of this race.
There we go.
Let's go!
And finally, your winners today in Super Pro, number 15, MS Urban Blue.
Yay! So that wraps up the opening round of the season from Whilton Mill. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and we will be back for round 2 at Glany Gores in a few weeks' time.